Hi and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about my money plans for February. So for context, this is going to be a 2-income budget. So both me and my husband work. I work a W-2 job and he works a 1099 job. So contractor, subcontractor / has his own business. So that's what you're going to see today. And I also like to budget in 2 checking accounts, and you'll see that in a few. So starting off in the joint checking, so as it implies, this is where me and my husband's income goes into, and we do the majority of our spending. Starting balance is negligible. We'll go right into salary. So this is actually January's salary that we're budgeting with, and I do this because it makes it easier to budget since my husband's income is variable and changes month to month. Mine stays readily or mostly stable for the, most of the time. Salary is $8,485. Not anticipating any extra income, and we may do some transfers later on because I have sinking funds. If I in particular use my healthcare sinking fund, that'll be in the budget recap. But for now, we're going to move on to distribution, and this is just money that my husband gets back for himself. So that is $1,607, and that basically covers his work expenses, spending money for himself, bills, or anything of that sort. So available balance is $6,878. Then for subscriptions, those are going to be $32. So that consists of Google for $20, New York Times for $8, and then Wall Street Journal for $4. Utilities, electricity. We currently live in this house that I'm in right now, and we just purchased a house last year that we'll be moving into once the renovations are done, which I think this is about the last week. There's like a few minor things that need to be done, and then we can start moving in. So electricity between the 2 houses was $137. Internet, I finally signed up for internet at the new house so that, we can move in and have that available. So I'm paying for that, and I'm paying for the internet here. So $100. And when I say I, that basically just means we, but I do most of the financial things, so that's the reference to myself. Cell phones is $120 for 3 lines. Auto insurance, I don't think anything was due for this month, so bills in total should be $389. Moving on to living groceries. So normally or historically I budgeted $400 for myself, and that's what we've been sticking to for the most part, because as you'll see here on meal prep, my husband gets meals for the week, and those are $360. And then gas, this is usually a little bit lower, like $125, but we also have like a truck that we will probably be using to move, so I think we're going to spend a little bit more on gas, so $175. And then health and wellness, I have a medical appointment, so I'll probably get some medical bills. Those numbers, I don't get charged a copay because I have a high deductible plan, so anytime I go to the doctor, they determine the bill amount and then send it to me afterwards, so I never pay anything the day off, so I don't know what's due and what's not. Otherwise, home, I am budgeting $800. We have a few more things that we need to get. I'm sure there's going to be more once we actually move in, but for now, I can think of a few things that I need from IKEA. Like we're putting in the shelving system. I think it's called like bow axle. I need to get a few more parts for that. And then I need to get curtain rods, which unfortunately I have to get from Rejuvenation because they're the only place that have actual like brass rods. I've tried to buy other rods before, and they're usually like steel with some sort of coating that likes to come off, and I just cannot deal with that. I'm a little type A with things like that, so fortunately I have to get expensive curtain rods, so $800 there. Then car maintenance, the only thing I need to do for my car this month is to wash it, and I usually try to stick to 2 washes a month, so $22. So for living, $1,757. Extra, only have a few things so far. Okay, so restaurants, we've been trying to cut back on this. So I have budgeted $400. And that's just assuming like $100 every weekend, usually because we like to get drinks, and that adds up. Additionally, we have fashion accessories. That basically just means as it says, but in this case it's because I'm thinking about buying a bag that Coach is going to be releasing this month. Unfortunately, it's like a highly coveted bag, I suppose is the word, which means the demand is going to be high and it's going to be unlikely that I'm actually going to get it because everyone's going to be at the website the day it drops. And I'll show the bag on the screen. It's called I believe the Haversack bag. It's like a re-release of like a vintage bag that they've had for, or they haven't released. I'm not even sure when the last time they released it. Maybe 2020, not 2020, but like early 2000s maybe. So with tax, that is $663. Apparel, I've already bought something. I bought like a vintage polo sweater from the thrift store for $5 so far, but may or may not buy more. Hopefully not, since I'm trying to keep my spending on myself under $500, which I've already gone over with this purse if it does happen, but there we go. So extra is going to be approximately $1,063, leaving me with a spending total of $3,209, and then end balance $3,669. Moving on to the fixed checking, and this is effectively just my account. Everything in this account I am responsible for, but as you'll see, like my husband also contributes because our house is in this account as well, or our house expenses. So salary is $3,115, and then contribution, as I mentioned, 2019. I am going to transfer money over because, as you'll see in a few, for property taxes, I pay those myself. So my current house is already paid off, and then the house that we just purchased has a mortgage but does not have escrow, so I have to pay this myself, and I save for it in sinking funds throughout the year. So that's going to be $2,406 that needs to be transferred. So the available balance in the account is $7,504. Now mortgage, $3,000. That is for the actual mortgage plus extra principal, and I do have a 15-year mortgage, so it's higher than it would be if it was a 30-year, of course. Then utilities, water, I have a credit from when I first purchased the house, so nothing there. Gas, this has gone up since winter has started. I don't know what the average cost of gas is. Let me know what you guys are paying if you live in a cold state or cold climate. I got the bill yesterday. That was $364. And then maintenance fees, as for this house that we're currently living in, that's $250. Nothing for home insurance. Property taxes, as I mentioned before, is $2,406. That is all coming from savings that we had previously, and that is for like both houses. So bills is $6,020. In terms of investments, I won't be investing anything for this month because I need to corral money to pay the last bill for my contractor who did the renovations. So that's going to be it for spending. So end balance in the account should be $1,520. And then before I forget, other things that we need to buy in February that aren't necessarily reflected in the budget are tickets. We're planning to go to Eastern Europe like in the fall, so we need to buy tickets for that. That's coming from my travel fund, so that's money that I've been saving up over the year. And then, as I mentioned, the medical appointments also come from a sinking fund. Final renovation payments, as I mentioned, I will be foregoing investing this month, as well as some money that I've been saving up for the last few months, and then I'm going to be withdrawing some money from my taxable brokerage account to get the last payment finished. And then for moving, we've already talked about what needs to be paid for in the home category. So those are some things that are on the menu for February. So back to what we have in the budget. So this is the spending breakdown. So 69% on bills, particularly high because we have the Property taxes due extra 11%, and then living 20% or 19% actually. So income total 13,619. We have the transfers from savings there, distribution as I mentioned for my husband, and then total spending $9,229 with a breakdown of the spending here, and then the difference should be $6,796 that, as I mentioned, I need to hand over to my contractor for finishing our renovation. So that is going to be it for February. Let me know what you guys have planned or anything else that you'd like to discuss, and I'll see you in the next video.